So Kev, sit here again with after another postponement, our third one in a row. Not what anybody really wanted, was it?
No, obviously. Listen, we wanted to play. We were prepped and ready to go. And listen, when you walked on the pitch, I think you could tell that it was never going to be on. So disappointing for us, obviously, and for the fans who travelled in great numbers again. And they've got there up to an hour before the kick-off, almost before the news. So disappointing, but move on and look forward to Saturday.
Yeah, I suppose not to justify it in any sense, but obviously in the winter months these postponements do come. Have you ever though had to deal with three in a row? No,
not that I can remember. So yeah, listen, it is what it is. A little break, which we would rather play, obviously, because these games are going to have to be caught up somewhere along the line, and that'll be further down the season, obviously. But listen, it's out of our control. There's nothing we can do on that, and it'll be the same for a lot of other teams. So we've just got to prepare right for the next game.
Yeah, so like you say, it's about getting the training minutes into the legs as well, and looking ahead to a trip to the league leaders on Saturday away at Chesterfield.
Yeah, obviously, and missing a game means it changes slightly the week, but we'll train today, obviously, and prep for the game. And as you say, listen, the league leaders are in unbelievable form, and the numbers they're putting up is incredible. So that's great credit to them and the job Paul Cook and his staff have done.
Yeah, and we did have that great night or sort of afternoon at Roots Hall, wasn't it? When we saw them come down and we beat them 2-1, managed to come from behind as well. So there's good memories there from everybody that's in this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the games we've had with them over the last couple of years have all been fairly tight. So hopefully we'll go there and make a game of it for them, because obviously their home form tells you that they're rolling everyone over at the minute and doing it every which way they need to win football matches and get themselves in the position they're in. So absolutely a tough game, but one that we've got to be prepared and look forward to.
No bigger challenge, like you say, because of that home form that they've incredible run of home form that they've got.
Of course, yeah, but listen, there's nothing to fear in football. You're gonna win games, you're gonna lose games. So listen, I'm sure they'll be wary of us as well. I think that since we played them last, obviously winning that game, they'll want to get one over on us, I'm sure. So listen, I think it's two good teams. One team that's obviously way out in front, and one team we think we're getting better. And hopefully we'll pose them a problem as well.
Yeah, and getting stronger as well. The training been good this week?
Yeah, obviously with the game being called off, it's changed it slightly. So obviously we'll, Thursday morning now we'll prepare properly and have a plan in place for how we go about our business, and hopefully we can implement that, even though it's such a tough ask.
Thank you.
If we're looking for positive, Kevin, you could say that it's almost ended up being a little mini pre-season, and you're going to have more games having had more time with the new players.
Yeah, listen, I think sometimes your best learning is playing matches, but you just adapt. It's the time of the year that it happens. Not everyone has the facilities at the Premier League clubs and the ground staff and everything like that. So it happens. So you've got to move on and just adjust accordingly and go be prepared for the next game and see what happens with that.
And what is it like coming into a new club? You'll have done it yourself and getting to know the system. It's not always easy to come in straight away. You sign on Wednesday and play on a Saturday, that kind of thing. But none of these players will have had to do that. No,
listen, it can take time to find out what's expected of them and implement that if you want. But listen, they're footballers and they're getting the chance to come and play for a club like us as well. So I'm sure they'll all be grabbing it with both hands, and they've got to fit in with the lads that are already here. I think that's important, and buy into the work ethic and everything else that we do around the place.
Is that one of the main attributes you look for, as well as obviously being technically good in their position? Is that one of the main things you're looking for, as someone who's going to give 100%?
Yeah, I think listen, I say it costs nothing to run after the ball, so you need to have that in your arm if you're going to play for us. And I think if you'd have watched our teams, they'll know that. We expect you to do your shift when you haven't got the ball, as well as show your quality when you've got it. So it's a characteristic. I think everyone would have watched us long enough to see that.
You've got cover in most positions now, but particularly attacking options, especially when Harry Cardwell's back fully fit. Is that a major plus to have? If it's not often that you haven't scored after 60 minutes, but now you've got the chance to change things up front.
Yeah, possibly. I think it's an area that was pretty obvious. Brooke, for as well as he'd done as a centre half, that we've had to play up front, and Henry Sandat's a young kid who's led the line at times as well. So listen, we need it, and there's going to be a lot of games coming up that everyone's going to be needed as well. So I'm sure everyone will get a chance. And
are there any other areas you can let us know that you're looking to strengthen, if you dare say?
Not at the minute, no. Listen, I think we'll always look. And it's coming up to the end of the transfer window for the Football League and stuff. So, whether that, even when that finishes and closes, that opens up to National League teams who can still do stuff. So things change. Listen, injury, suspension, etc. May play a part in that as well. But listen, we'll always keep an eye out for what's about.
And we've already touched on the Chesterfield match,
Yeah.
Paul Cook, after the win earlier in the season, was complimentary of the team. I think he understood what it meant to the club at the time. Obviously, things are different now, and they'll be hoping to get one back. But to beat the league leaders twice would be an incredible achievement, wouldn't it? Yeah,
it's 3 points at this stage in the season is the most important thing. And listen, I know they're complimentary, but make no mistake, they want to win. And, they're a brilliant side. And at home, they've been formidable. So I'm sure they'll be ready for us. But listen, hopefully it makes for a good game. Like I say, two good teams, and both go out trying to win football matches, I think, which is the main thing.
Thank you.
Team news wise, is there any? We haven't had to pick one for a while, but is Harry Cardwell getting closer? And
getting closer, obviously. Obviously, hadn't trained Tuesday because of the game. So listen, we'll see how he goes the next day or two, and we'll see where that leaves him in terms of Saturday. But we're getting more bodies on the training pitch, which is nice.